Rose, why do you look so depressed?
I'm tired of going out and not enjoying myself. All the men I meet at so old. Last week, I went out with this man that talked for 2 hours about his prostate problems. I lived in Minnesota for 51 years. My cat was named Lindstrom. I used to make it for him on his birthday and other holidays.
Wait a minute, your last name was Lindstrom. You named your cat Lindstrom.
Yes, it was less confusing for him.
I'm gonna clear the stuff from inside.
She's something.
A real pistol.
Energy she has. Look at this meal she made us just in Mr. William Shakespeare's masterpiece, Macbeth. I feel sure after our date he'll make a decision in my favor.
Oh, wait. Come on. Now, Blanche, you're not just using this guy to get a part in a play.
Of course not, Dorothy. I'm gonna let him use me to get a part in a play. Blanche? Does he have a friend for Dorothy? We know this is...
I'll take care of him.
Sit down, Sophia. You must be exhausted.
Why, I rode in the cab. I didn't push it. Oh, Sophia, honey, how nice to see you.
Who are you?
It's me, Blanche. You look like a prostitute.
Come on, Ma. Now be nice. They're looking forward to your visit. The 6 boys are giving up their bedroom for you.
It'll be a miserable week. I don't even know why I'm going.
Ma, it's your grandson's graduation.
Big deal. Animal grooming school. He'll know how to make that fluffy ball at the end of a poodle's tail.
I probably just overdid it in class tonight.
I do think you ought to have it checked out.
Come on, it's perfectly all right. Ma, what is that you're knitting?
A bottle cover for the sherry.
Why do we need to cover the sherry?
Not the sherry here in the house. The sherry I take to the park. You drink out of a paper bag in the park, and suddenly...
Blanche's bed is next to the X-15 at the Space and Aviation Museum.
Would you be interested in going to an outdoor concert tonight?
Oh, you couldn't drag me out of this house tonight. St. Elsewhere's on. That's my favorite program. I never miss it.
You still watch
I felt that way when my wife died.
You did?
Absolutely. Of course, I didn't let that stop me.
You mean you just make love and feel lousy?
Well, I'd feel lousy about it, but otherwise I'd feel terrific.
3 wise men in the nativity scene at Burdine's were wearing Ralph Lauren ski parkas.
Catch me, catch me, catch me!
Let me take a wild guess. You didn't expect us home this early.
Dorothy Rose, I'd like you to meet...
I don't think that's happened yet.
Well, I don't know, but if I were you, I sure wouldn't wave goodbye.
And if I were you, I sure wouldn't jog without a moo-moo.
Is that so? Well, just let me tell you something.
Blanche, please, let's not do this. Let's grow up, for God's sake.
No problems? I can't find my lucky handkerchief. Lucky handkerchief? What the hell are you, a minor bird? I'm trying to get my kit together for a major bingo game, and it's not here. There's no way I can play without it. It's like Kareem without his goggles.
I'm sorry, Sophia. I'm just so upset.
You know, you would feel a lot better if you were a neurotic woman who made me and Virginia miserable our entire lives. I gotta go pack.
Oh, you hate to give him back.
Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, pussycat. Goodbye, little fella.
What are you carrying on? It's like talking to a salami. I'm upset about Dorothy and Blanche.
Oh, me too. Who'd believe that they'd break up their friendship over a man?
It happens.
What can we do?
Nothing.
Sophia, what's the point?
The point is, I lost a fortune.
Well, what does that have to do with getting Dorothy and Blanche back together?
Nothing. I told you, stay out of it.
Oh, you think so? I probably lost one of my best friends because of you. To me, that's a very big deal.
I take it we're not playing golf.
We are not playing anything anymore.
Well, I'll call you in a few days when you've cooled down.
Don't bother. I really have nothing to say to you.
Watching while two naked men wrestle to see who gets to make love to me.
It's the end of the world.
Only for the loser.
Okay, Rose, what is this all about?
You know that Sunshine Cadet troop I've been helping out with? This was done by one of the girls. She calls it...
My name is Deborah.
Yes, but the appointment is in the name of Zbornak.
Why is the appointment in your name? It was my idea to get counseling.
Fine. Take the appointment for Zbornak and change it to Nyland. You satisfied?
No, the appointment should be under Devereaux.
The appointment should be under Nyland.
Change it back to Zbornak.
Put it under Lipschitz and buzz the head shrinker. We got an emergency here. Are we expecting company?
Yep, Barbara Thorndike. I introduced myself after the lecture. We went out and had coffee and talked for hours. Has the same problem. That's why he sits behind a desk. Ma, listen, I want some answers. Now, why did you prepare my favorite meal and then invite my least favorite person to come and eat it with us?
All right. I need a favor. You remember my stunned? Stunned is the only way to describe how stunned I am.
Just a minute, Blanche. Are you trying to tell us that you are stunned?
Don't you make fun of me, Dorothy Zbornak. I just saw the sign-up sheet down at the bowling alley. Rose Dudley, great in front of company.
Hi, girls. What time does Clayton get here?
Oh, any minute now.
Oh, we better put out the welcome mat.
We don't have a welcome mat.
What about the one Dorothy says is at the foot of your bed?
Oh, no.
And it's finally happened. I cannot believe it. I have lost it, haven't I? In more back seats than any woman I know.
Ma, you're not feeling any better, are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
But you look terrible.
Gee, I guess I won't be making it in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Mandrell, would that get me on the show?
No, but if you're ever in prison, I bet it'd get you everyone's dessert. Oh, this is terrible. The ladies' auxiliary puts me in charge of the variety show, and we can't come up with one decent act.
I was just thinking, it's too bad we're not back in St. Olaf.
It's me without my toupee.
I guess that's it.
Do you mind if I use a phone?
You already used my daughter. You didn't ask for my permission.
There's a phone in the living room.
Thanks.
Hi. Okay, I know what it looks like.
Which number 3?
Witch? He cast me as a witch? Well, who got Lady Macbeth? Don't tell me. Probably one of those little theater groupies with a mattress strapped to it.
Mary!
Hi, Dorothy.
Honey!
Hey, welcome, stranger. Come in here and sit down.
How have you been doing?
Tell me, sweetheart, you having fun in high school?
Oh, it's okay. Oh, I loved high school. It seems like only yesterday, riding around with the boys in their cars and the dances.
And don't forget the hint. Do you realize what would happen if there were no swamps?
New Jersey wouldn't have a state smell.
I'm just in over my head. I mean, what with the banquet, press releases, petitions to be signed. Ma, what am I going to do?
I'll help.
Oh, Blanche, that's sweet, but, honey, aren't your hands tied with all the... Sure took you a long time to spell Welcome Magda.
Oh, I thought that'd be too boring. So instead I decided to depict Magda's escape from Czechoslovakia.
But isn't that barbed wire?
Isn't it amazing what you can do with icing?
Di Mangiacavallo.
So?
Let her tell the story. When I was 14 in Sicily, my father arranged a marriage with a neighbor's son. My dowry was 2 chickens, a ladle, and a goat to be named later.
We came from a wealthy family.
And good luck on running the country.
It's catchy, Rose.
Are you sure you want to go to all that trouble, honey? He'll just be here a few minutes.
Are you kidding? This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me.
More exciting than winning the annual St. Olaf Me and My Pet Look-alike contest?
I raised you to have respect for yourself, not be somebody's floozy. Hello? Frank's Flowers? Hey, Frank! Sophia Petrillo here. Listen, I decided the price you quoted me on those centerpieces is too high, so I thought maybe we could make a deal. Now, my daughter is single. What do you mean, is she easy? You're talking about my flesh and... Or Dynasty, or Falcon's Landing, or one of those, they're all the same.
Oh, I thought you were the one.
Oh, please, I could never do anything like that. If you saw my brother-in-law, you'd know why.
Now look, Rose, you're going to have to go to a very different experience from when Stan and I were together. Here she is.
Well, what happened? How was it?
What?
You had a terrible time?
You had a wonderful time.
Honey, tell us what happened.
Arnie, I slept with him.
And?
He...
Rose, you want to run that looking stupid question by us again?
I'm just doing my job.
Rose, leave the glasses in the refrigerator, close the door, and keep your head out here with us.
How will I know if they fog up?
Oh, morning, Ma.
Dorothy, when was the last time you had sex?
That's a very personal question.
That long, huh? Perfect. I'll need something to wash it down, and a twist of lemon would be nice.
Letter.
Good idea, Pussycat. I'm going to write one to Mario Lanza. Oh, I would like you all to meet Stevie. I'm going to be coaching him. He's a professional baseball player.
Oh, you got Blanche's number from the wall in the dugout?
Yes, ma'am. And it sure was right.
This is the second man she's gone away with since she arrived yesterday.
Well, she's 20 years old. She's a young lady. I don't have any right to butt into her life.
Well, I think you should talk to her mother.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because Lucy trusts me. Ever since she was a little girl, she and I have...
He ran the feed store in our town. Of course, if the truth be known, Millie was the one who had to make change for the customers.
Rose, are you telling a story or performing our town?
Sorry. Anyway, Reverend Mackenzie made a deal with me. He said if I...
Admit it. Wasn't it worth the trip to the bad part of town?
That guy almost got my purse, Miles.
Almost doesn't count, Rose. How about those Cajun drumsticks? Oh, I can still smell those Cajun drumsticks.
I'm not surprised you put one in each pocket.
Oh, that's tomorrow's lunch, sweetheart.
If you're old enough to remember when Sinatra was skinny, please send letter and photo. This is the one. He's perfect. I found myself a man.
I just got a call from Thor Anderson in St. Olaf. He's going to be in Miami next week, and we're getting together for dinner and to talk about old times.
So, everybody, listen to this. Alex Trebek and the Jeopardy people are auditioning contestants in Miami. They're coming here. Jeopardy! Oh, it's my favorite show! Wowee!
Yes, Pussycat, Jeopardy is your favorite.
Oh, Sophia, Dorothy wouldn't lie.
A mother knows when her child is lying. It's like back radar. Now, what did the doctor really say?
He said I have to have surgery.
Surgery for what?
For kicks, Rose. No, I have a condition called Morton's neuroma.
Now, we realize that the hospital has rules and you have to try to uphold those rules, but you have to realize that this is a very special case. So I'm going to quote from the Bible just to show you how determined we really are. Now, the good book says, well, this is going to be our final night together here, and, well, we thought it might be our last chance to say...
No, don't say it. Don't say goodbye. This is not goodbye. I don't want to turn this into a sad thing.
Me neither. I promised myself I wasn't going to cry.
Double hockey sticks.
Oh, what language! My ears are burning. Rose Nyland, you know what you are. You are an A1 first-class all-around nerd. Oh, honey, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Oh.
To be here.
Well, looks like we're all here.
Oh, there's my date now. Why, he must be lost. I'll just go get him and bring him over.
Tell me, where are you from, Raoul?
It's a...
Dorothy!
This isn't an ordinary hockey stick. Bobby Howell used this. This is a piece of history.
It's a piece of junk, and the price tag says $4.
$4.50.
I'll take it.
Okay, but listen, before you go, come into the house with me. I'll show you the kind of wood oil that I use.
And what might that be, Rose dear?
No. Better. This is exactly what happened during the Great Herring War.
The Great Herring War?
Yes, between the Lindstroms and the Johanssons.
Oh, that Great Herring War.
The two families control the most fertile herring waters off the coast.
Blanche, come on.
What did the doctors say?
The worst, just the worst thing ever.
Oh, no, honey. It's not. It's okay. The baby's going to be fine. Sweetheart, you'll have amniocentesis and the baby will be just fine.
We'll help you. You won't have to do it alone. The baby will have three mothers.
Oh, it'll be such fun, honey. We can take turns feeding him. We can take turns...
Change. I thought, poor old Aunt Lynette having to go through this change thing. I had no idea what it was, but I knew one thing for certain. It was never going to happen to me. Now here I am. I'm Aunt Lynette.
No, you're not. You're Blanche. And all that's happening is a biological process which means one thing and one...
It was small consolation to find out years later there had been churn tampering involved.
Blanche. Rose, Blanche and I are going to the other end of the cell. Don't cross this line.
At least something good came out of that horrible night.
Hello.
Please.
And of course, I was 4 months pregnant.
Oh, her roommate, the human Slinky.
Shut up, Claxton.
Were there any other faces recognizable on those pictures?
You shut up too, Ed.
Stop wasting... It was hard to get my daddy angry, but once you did, he could be a real peck of wood.
What's everybody talking about?
I can honestly say I have no idea.
We started out talking about Mrs. Claxton's funeral.
Yeah, but somewhere along the way we segued into...
Come on, Big Dad. Sit down here on the sofa betwixt us.
Betwixt?
See, that's another word you don't know. You probably don't even know the thrice of them are sitting on the couch together.
Big Daddy, What's this surprise now? Tell me before I burst.
The director of the St. Olaf Community Playhouse. A lot of people don't know this, but the family drama, Hey, That's My Tractor, got its start right there.
Wasn't the musical version called Hey, Hey, That's My Tractor?
Anyway, during the auditions, the first woman who walked through that door...
And he might even start looking for somebody to replace his first wife.
Yes, he might.
He might even be looking for ways to feel a little bit younger.
Yes, he certainly might.
But Daddy, is that any reason to get married? Just cause some pretty sexy, bouncy, bubbly young...
Stunt like that again, I am going to throw you out on your flawed but honest, decent behind.
So, did you two make up?
Yes, Ma.
Did you apologize to your mother and beg her forgiveness?
Yes, Grandma.
Okay, now do it to me.
The one who had her nose done. Oops, sorry, Rose.
I don't believe you two kept that secret from me. Rose, why didn't you tell me?
Well, you're always so critical about those kinds of things.
I am not.
I'm sorry.
How much did it cost you?
$700.
Boy, you were gypped.
There was Pee-wee. Someone had stuffed him in my suitcase between the veal shank and my beaver coat. Well, the mob had gotten Pee-wee after all.
Oh, my God, you must have been heartbroken.
I was absolutely devastated. I mean, first I had to burn the suitcase and then the beaver coat. What's to talk about? Your mother's a stubborn old goat who apparently pays $1.50 to have her hair done.
What is going on between you two?
I don't want to talk about it.
Now look, I have spent weeks working on this surprise only to have it blow up in my face. Now don't you think that I at least...
Himself.
I think I'm beginning to see your point.
You do?
Who cares? You want to hear the sequel?
The point is, you're letting Stan get too comfortable here. He may never want to leave.
Now, she is right, Dorothy.
She is not. He is recuperating. He is not getting comfortable. Believe me, he doesn't want to stay here any longer than he has to.
Yes. Wait till my friends hear about this.
For the time being, this must be our little secret. I'm in the middle of a rather messy divorce, and if the reporters get hold...
Oh, say no more. I'm not naive about these things. I have a subscription to People magazine.
Well, then, until tonight, something between us. Would you consider having dinner with me tonight?
Jeepers, yes. Wow, wait till Blanche and Dorothy hear about
It'll
this.
have to be our secret for the time being. I'm in the middle of a messy divorce, and if the reporters get hold of it...
Oh, I understand. I read People magazine.
Well, then, until tonight, Clarence. Well, I think maybe I'd better put it in now. There, that's better. Very well. Oh, all right. I admit I'm guilty. But what's the big deal? We all had a good time. All of you who had a good time, put your hands back up. Ed, you damn liar, put your hand down.
So what harm did I found trip ticket? You can go back and continue to live your life. But before you go, I have 2 pieces of advice. Don't get hit in the mouth with a steam shovel. That can kill you. And make the most of the time you're given. You'd be surprised how...
Find out what pills they gave her and ask for a doggy bag.
Hello? No, Ma, what's the point?
With a story, you get a point. with an anecdote, pure entertainment.
Look, we are very upset about Rose. We don't want to be entertained.
Hi, Rose. Oh, yes, I didn't know you were home.
My flight got canceled.
Do you realize this is the first time the three of us have been together in 2 weeks? Hey, I have a great idea. Why don't I whip us roomies up a great big fancy dinner?
Oh, sorry, Rose. I've already got plans.
So do I.
See you later. Look, Rose, you're...
Supper. Come on. Blanche, don't you think you might be pushing Dorothy a little hard?
No, and I need all your help, and she needs all your help, too. You know, she's not going to have too many chances. She doesn't have my beauty or your...
Here.
Taking a shower, huh? I suppose this is your loofah sponge.
What are you talking about?
You toyed with my emotions. You toyed with my affection, and worst of all, you toyed with my sister.
That's not true, Sophia. Angela's just my roommate. You're the only woman in my life. There can be no one else but you.
Not the next time. My heart's still beating.
Oh, I'm sorry. We thought you were Mario.
You'll have to scream louder than that if you're going to kill him.
Hi, everybody. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Who's Lucy's husband?
Not on the show.
Desi wasn't on the show?
Desi played Ricky.
Who did Lucy play?
Lucy.
I know, but who did she play?
Lucy.
Right, but who did she play?
Lucy played Lucy.
Well, then why didn't Desi play Desi?
He wasn't tall enough.
Alone. Yeah, but we could... Hi, Ma. Hey, how'd you like to have... Oh, come on, Ma. That was 3-4 months ago.
Midget.
Nana's not a midget. He's my oldest and closest friend.
I didn't know Alvin that long, but I thought we were getting close. I can't believe he just walked away.
Fernanda was always there for me. Whenever I was scared or down about something, I'd just roll over.
He isn't going to get any better. He's only going to get worse.
So that's when the salesman from Men's Sportswear walks clear across the street. That's ridiculous to call off your wedding because of a silly little argument. What did Ramon do?
He slept with my best friend.
We're going to eat chicken for the rest of our lives.
Oh, Priscilla, I'm so sorry.
Listen, be grateful he got it out of his system before the marriage. I told you no.
I didn't know these were mashed potatoes. They don't have lumps like yours.
You want lumps, Salvador? I'll give you lumps.
Ma, I cannot believe you are so old-fashioned in your thinking.
I said no and it's no, and I'm too busy to have this argument.
Fine.
I'll be back at the home building log cabins out of popsicle sticks.
Then it's settled. I'll call the lawyer and tell him to bring the baby as soon as he can.
Did he say if it's a boy or a girl?
He didn't say, but it must be one or the other.
You've been watching PBS again, Rose?
Dorothy? Dorothy, I'm going to my...
Nose might be a nice gesture.
Oh, I never can stay mad at you, silly goose. What's going on?
Ma, baby's going home.
Well, that's that. Anything else you need me to straighten out for you?
No, Ma. So tell me, how was the wedding?
Beautiful. Until the bride lifted her veil. I shudder to think what was under that dress. I call my new act Sophia and Sophia. Get a load of this. Hi, Sophia. Oh, hello, Sophia. How are you feeling today? Oh, I got a little arthritis in my neck.
I was wondering why my wrist was hurting.
To ask me questions scares me to death.
Oh, honey, relax. Reporters are just people. They put on their pants one leg at a time. Except for that sports writer, Steve Maxwell. He likes to jump into both legs all at once. Hop step. But the important thing is, you're all a chucklehead. And we wouldn't trade you in for any other chucklehead in the whole wide world. Why don't you take it, Dorothy?
Honey, you listen to me. What you did was great. It was historic. Honey, you're what?
4 nights in a row and I still can't sleep. Please, I haven't had a decent night's sleep since I was 70.
I shouldn't complain. I mean, 4 nights is nothing compared to Elsa Uteruden back in St. Olaf. She stayed awake.
And I hope I'm good at it. I don't have that much experience with women.
A big, strong, handsome thing like you, get out of here.
Well, it was nice meeting all of you.
That was an expression, Sven.
You know, I never thought I'd say
For a gift. This is the receipt for the diamond ring that you gave me on our 38th wedding anniversary.
I know.
You spent $2,500 on me?
Get these.
I'll give you one guess.
You slept with the teacher?
Of course I didn't sleep with the teacher. You have to be very careful these days. I promised I would if he'd give me the answer. I call it safe.
I don't believe it.
It can't be.
Hey, don't panic. Pick up one for Rose so you can go as the pointer system.
I thought you were going to wear something out of your closet.
Well, I was, but as it turned out, nothing fit me.
Well, what did you expect?
In the future, a simple, none of your business, Sophia, will suffice.
Tell me honestly, Blanche, do you have any reason to believe that Laszlo might be interested in you?
Well, just the fact that on numerous occasions he has referred to me as his greatest artistic inspiration ever, bar none.
None of you.
None of us.
I have enough sketches of each one of you to make my sculpture. When I'm ready to begin, I will make my choice then.
Yeah, but when will we find out?
Only when the work is unveiled at my show. Now, I apologize, but this is how I must work. Now, ladies, I must bid you good day.
Oh, I already have a snake. I'm going with Hank Quinlan. He's a whiplash attorney. Hi, Dorothy. Rose and I are thinking about going to the movies. You want to go?
Oh, I can't tonight. No, Barbara's taking me to the Experimental Theater downtown.
Somebody dragged me to a show there one time. 3 men paraded around.
Please? Oh, don't be mad, Ma.
Get bent. We're going to cream you.
Yeah.
We're going to maul you.
Yeah.
We're going to beat you into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a rose and $50 for your dumbest Kaplan brother.
Here, Blanche, I just pressed our costumes.
Oh, thank you, honey. You know, I'm a little nervous about the dress rehearsal tonight. What do you say we go over our lines again?
Sure.
Okay, well, can we take it from the top of scene 3 here? I'm standing...
In Sicily, we never went to the doctor. We went to the widow Caravelli. Whatever you had, she had a cure. She was best known for this green salve she used to make to treat ear infections. One day, she gave a batch to Salvador, the village idiot. You misunderstood the...
Try not to get all choked up.
Look, Dorothy, I appreciate what you did for me, but I got my own plans now.
Okay, Ma. Whatever you say.
Thing. No way, I'm really mad.
All right, it's late and I'm tired, so listen up.
Oh, Ma, you're going to tell us a story.
No, I'm going to do shadow puppets. See? An elephant eating a peanut? Happy? Of course I'm going to tell a story. Picture it. Morocco, the 30s.
Have to elope after all.
What did you say, Rose?
Elope? Oh, no, I promised I wouldn't tell.
Rose.
All right, I ran into them when they were leaving. They were heading for the all-night wedding chapel on Pompano Drive.
I know exactly where it is.
I'm right
Come on,
behind you.
let's go.
Sisters, come on.
Only problem is, this year I don't think I'm going to make it.
What's the matter? Aren't you feeling well?
I ran away from the home to make the trip, and I think they're just about to catch up with me.
Are you Anna Egerman?
It's a pleasure meeting you all. Good night. Well, I guess that solves the mystery.
I'll say, who would have thought Blanche would date somebody that long in the tooth?
I thought his teeth were nice. What I couldn't believe was how old he was.
You know, sometimes I really cannot believe my ears.
Correct.
Please sit down. Listen, before I get Rose, let me assure you she is the only one here who thinks she saw a UFO.
No, I understand completely, Miss Bornak. By the way, is that Ms. Bornak or Mrs.? I'm hoping it's Ms.
Well, yes.
Hi, Dorothy.
Rose, there's something we have to talk about. There was an article in today's paper.
The one about the UFO being a secret bomber?
I'm sorry, Rose.
Sorry for what? Just because that one bomber wasn't a UFO doesn't mean we should stop watching for others.
We're just happy to be with you when you get your little plaque.
Oh, Blanche, it's more than a plaque. In St. Olaf, it's the highest honor. We all think of it as a reminder that no matter how bad things may be in the rest of the world, St. Olaf is still a place that's filled with honest people leading honest lives. You may never get to hear my story.
Then I'm wrong. It isn't a no-win situation.
I was still in high school at the time, and I was having an affair with a very handsome exchange student named Jean-Pierre Fontainebleau. It's a good thing old St. Christopher had his back to me.
There's no doubt about it. She's faking.
Dorothy, I didn't learn to do that till I was married.
I meant Ma, Blanche. And I'm going to go prove it right now.
In 2 hours.
Well, that's because we need promotion.
You know Blanche is right. It doesn't matter how good your product is, you have to know how to promote it. That sure was the case with Fritz Vanderhoeven, who owned the St. Olaf Motor Coach Company.
They built a car in St. Olaf?
They sure did.
Purse. I didn't really want any gum.
I wander now. I don't decide anything anymore. I wait for things to happen.
Hurry up, Blanche. Oh, stop pulling on my nightie. It's only got one more yank left in it before it falls. I don't know why you want that man. He's treated you like dirt. And even that I could overlook if he had a good body.
Look, Blanche, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but my mind is made up. I love Stanley, I want to be with him, and I am very sorry about Catherine.
What on earth is suddenly so wonderful?
Sure. Do I look like a man who's about to do it for the third time? Get married, I mean.
Very handsome. Have you lost weight?
No, I'm wearing a girdle. Is Sophia going to make it to the wedding?
She's not quite up to it, but she sends her regards.
I'm glad it was red wine and not white.
Why? White's easy to get out.
I know, but I spilled some red meat on this jacket at lunch, and I wouldn't want your dry cleaner to think I was gauche. Oh, thanks.
I think I'll run along now. Nice meeting you, Mr. John Quinn.
Thank you. Same here. Blanche,
Devereaux. Good night.
So you got a terrific smile.
Yes.
You're smart and thoughtful, so you've got beautiful eyes.
Yes.
And you're a music lover, so you probably got a big behind.
No.
that feather from Vito meant he's somewhere down here in Miami. So now it's up to me to take care of him.
Oh, Ma, come on. Do you really expect us to believe that you're going to go through with this?
Believe what you want, Dorothy. Sicilians take these things very seriously.
Boy, there is nothing more frustrating than waiting for one of these suckers to rise and it just won't. That's no reflection on you.
I know why you...
Wonderful things have you got planned for tonight?
Nothing. I was going to cancel, but my therapist wouldn't let me.
Perhaps if we spoke to him together.
I'm sorry, I'm still not really recovered. You see, after 25 years of marriage, my wife Roberta sent me a Dear John letter.
That's terrible, married 20...
How do I look?
Great, Dorothy. You going out with Eddie again?
Yes. Oh, by the way, Blanche, I borrowed your gold earrings, if that's okay.
Oh, it's fine, but I do think I should caution you. They were meant for petite ears.
1, keep your face covered. 2, keep your head down. And 3, keep moving at all times. Incidentally, the same rules apply if you're ever dining at a clam bar in Little Italy.
Ma, will you turn that down? I can't hear. Yes, I'm still here.
This is a story about being a bad hostess. While Rosa had Giuseppe in the bedroom with his saber around his ankles, 200 hungry guests were strip-searching mice for a piece of cheese.
Ma, so what's your point? That Rosa and I throw bad parties?
Ken, we're not proving anything by sitting here any longer. We might as well all go.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Does this mean that you're giving up when you've gotten this far?
No, it means I can see the sun coming up over the Donaldson's house. It's morning. We made it.
He's right.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, congratulations. I bet you feel better.
Hello.
Well, girls, how'd it go?
Terrible. I can't believe you live 80, 90 years and wind up in a place like Sunny Pastures. I guess...
There are the Boscos. Philomena!
Come on, honey, now just think about it. Who would you rather live with, your sister or a goat?
Give me a minute.
Cousin Rose?
Cousin Sven! Oh, let me look at you. Boy, have you grown.
Calm down, Scarlett. There's no need to be so dramatic.
Please, she can't help it. Everyone around here acts like a ham. There's been more bad acting, bad dancing, and bad singing under this roof than a Suzanne Summers special.
Just be sure and keep her in her cage.
Oh, maybe I can convince the Count to give us some live entertainment with dessert. Have you any requests?
How about Bye-Bye Birdie?
Girls, Count Bessie is missing.
But that's it. No more clues. My lips are sealed. Oh, come on. Think about it.
I don't care who it is. I mean, it could be the King of England. I don't care.
No. England doesn't have a king. Try Saudi Arabia.
Look, all I can think about are my test results and how to keep this gown closed. Work it in anyway. What tragedy, Rose?
I can't talk about it.
Fine.
Good. But it had to do with barbecuing elk, a big fire, and someone who lost his balance.
Got it.
Clear as a bell.
I don't think there's any worse feeling in the world than facing that blank piece of paper.
Tell me, how much have you written so far?
Well, that's just it. Nothing. That's how I know I have writer's block.
Blanche, you have to have written to have writer's block. Otherwise, all of us have it.
to hide it.
Sophia, she's gonna be okay, I know it.
She will be, Sophia. Now, she's tough.
You know, there are all sorts of things that people get that they can't diagnose, and then they disappear just as mysteriously as they came. Gustav Lundqvist got sick from something mysterious, and he nearly pedicure.
Well, I'm 80-something, and I've seen more death and dying than any of you. Over the past 5 months, we've seen a perfectly healthy, energetic woman waste away. She can't do anything anymore. So what difference does it make that they don't have a name for it yet? It's still something. There were lots of diseases they didn't have a name for.
They didn't want to make eye contact with anybody going to the 5th floor of the sperm floor.
I think you're overreacting.
Perverts looked at us like we were perverts. I know that look.
I thought it'd be more bank-like.
They're out in the woods somewhere. We better call Harry. We're very lucky we have a pediatrician right down the street.
No, that's a bad idea.
Why?
Because by the time I get my hair done and my face on, that baby could be in serious trouble. Let's call his real pediatrician.
Okay. Pediatrician. Here it is. You're trying a little too hard.
Oh, I don't. No, Rose, I admire you. When you want something to happen, you go for it. Me, I dream.
Are you back on that showbiz kick again?
Oh, yeah, Ma. You know, I was always pretty good at it, even way back in high school. Ma, do you remember those variety shows that my class used to put on? I was really very good.
Precious?
He mauled me, Rose.
Buster did that, but he seemed so sweet.
Well, he may be, Rose, but he just doesn't like me. Yeah. Sometimes in life that happens. For instance, I don't like you.
But everybody likes me.
Can't say that anymore, Rose.
You really? I got a million of them.
That's okay, Ma. I don't think I'm going to be doing my stand-up routine anymore.
How come? You were great.
This morning I realized that what I've been doing is no different from my dream. I mean, every time I stand in front of a classroom, I face the same challenges. Only I come away with something that I didn't feel last night.
Hi, Big Daddy. I couldn't go home without telling you why I didn't come to your funeral. Same old reason. I was being selfish, thinking too much about how I was feeling instead of coming out here to pay my love and respects. You know,
Back of the pantry door.
Dorothy, that was my kitchen, that was my salad. He put the heart there because he loved me. That I remember.
I'm sure you do. Listen, Ma, why don't we talk to your doctor and see what he has to say?
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't...
Am I missing something?
Proves what?
Dallas diamond earrings? George was obviously feeling guilty about cheating on me with David's mother. David was telling the truth.
This is tough, Blanche. I know how you feel. I hate to say it, but Sal almost cheated on me once.
No.
Oh. Look, I know my coming here hurt you, but this wasn't any picnic for me either. I'm angry too. I grew up not knowing anything about my father. Who he was, what he was. I wish you could just tell me something about my father. Whether you like it or...
To run. Suddenly you were out of sight. It was very painful for me.
For me, too. I ran face first into the crossing signal.
Rose, have dinner with me tonight. You know, Miles can have you for the rest of his life, but...
On the top of the list, then maybe I shouldn't be on the list.
So, I guess this is it, huh?
I guess so.
I still love you, Dorothy.
I love you, too. So I hear we only get you for 3 days.
Well, that depends.
On what?
On how my mother feels about my having the baby in Miami.
Here? So close to Cuba?
Well, I thought I could do it alone, but now that it's almost time,
You know who my fantasy parents were?
Who, Blanche? Masters and Johnson?
Not my fantasy neighbors.
No, my fantasy mother would...
Split the money. Well, Blanche, looks like the splits have it.
Big Daddy was right. Women should not be allowed to vote.
Blanche, if it's any consolation, when I wrote down, give it to the old lady, I did mean you.
Hi.
You don't think I'm gonna hear anything.
I can't do it, Dorothy.
Jimmy, you've come this far.
I have to.
Jimmy, you're at a crossroad.
Young man, this woman is doing you a favor. She's taking time from her own busy schedule. They don't know you have no life.
Kevin, no dice. You take it or leave it. These are my terms.
Look, Coach, you told me if I was nice to her, she'd roll over. I'm out of here. If you want to win tomorrow, it's a...
Girls, there are just shivers up my spine. His eyes could be on me right now. Oh, the tension's unbearable. Can you feel it?
Yes, I can. It's unbelievable. Where's the damn waiter?
Dorothy,
Lyle!
I hope I'm not intruding.
Not at all. What are you doing?
Hi, sir, I do believe you're jealous.
One tweak is cute, Rose. Two is don't do it again. I'm sorry for the tone, but I am a little bit cranky and tense for all the obvious reasons. Look, something is wrong. Now, are you seeing another man? And don't
My mother's card is current.
See for yourself. It expired 5 years ago.
I don't know how that could have happened, but I'll put the book on my card, and I want you to know that my card is always current. I come to the library at least 3 times a week, and my books are always returned promptly during regular library.
Sorry.
Sorry? I do not believe this. You know, I kept telling myself to stay open to this, that you were just such a special guy who happened to be sitting down. I was actually starting to feel love for you, Dad. I thought you were noble. Never dawned on me. I still can't say I understand what you're doing, but I do intend to try to respect your decision to do it. I want you to be happy.
I am happy, Blanche.
I know.
So are you telling me you are ready to have a brand new brother-in-law?
Now, I have to go to work, and I don't want you to worry about me, so I'm going to say to you what you said to me the very first day you dropped me off at school. See if you can find someone who looks clean to drive you home. An extra piece of the puzzle.
Anyone should be excited. Imagine these hands that once reached inside a chicken for a breech birth will soon grace the pages of a penny saver.
You've come along.
Be alive.
My God, I've got goosebumps. Mel will be here any minute.
Honey, why are you so jumpy? You've been out with Mel 1,000 times.
I know, but now there's more at stake. Everything's changed. It's all new and exciting. In many ways, I feel just the way We've rented it 5 times and never made it through to the end.
I know, but it always works.
I do love you, Mel, as a friend.
Like I said, sweetheart, you got a lot of class.
Life sucks.
I have my plan all worked out step by step. First, he'll comment on how stunning I look, and then I'll say, "Oh, John, did we have a date tonight? Oh, I completely forgot." And as he crumbles, I will show him the door.
What if he doesn't comment on how stunning you look?
Cheese!
Now smile.
We'll save a lot of time if you just do it.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
I never got to go to the junior prom in St. Olaf. How come? It was just for people named Junior. Came to town dressed as sandwiches. Charlie and I forgot to put cheese between us, and before I knew it, there was Kirsten.
Look, Blanche, what Rebecca is doing is really not so tough.
And I said, I know someone really well who could just knock this out of the park. And that's how it started.
And in terms of casting, was Estelle Getty in the mix in the beginning, or did you?
She was the first one at kitchen table, and it would have been altogether different had he been there. But to this day, there are people who see the pilot for the first time and say, was it because he was gay? So I always say he wasn't gay. Well, it gets into very complicated stuff, you know. And then along came Brokeback call.
Oh, thank you, Ma. A young Bacall.
Amazing. 60 years old and she still falls for that young Bacall bit.
I heard that.
You're right. You're a family now, so now it's our home.
Rabbits. Gonna raise me some rabbits as big as your head.
Ma.
Hey, because this guy was a jerk because he didn't sleep with you?
Well, yeah. What'd you think I was saying? Gosh, it's getting late. I bet it's after 1 o'clock and Dorothy's not home. I guess Dr. Kagan's turning out to be wonderful.
Or maybe he drugged her and sold her into white slavery.
Either way, I'm glad she's out of the house. Now sit back and listen. I got a jerk story. Okay. Picture it. Brooklyn, 1948. My friend's son was helping me out around the house. I was expecting Dorothy home from the library any minute.
I finished stacking those crates for you, Mrs. Petrillo.
Well, that's all for now. But, ma'am, we really do need some female acts. You might want to tell your friend not to be so capricious with her judgments.
Ah, yes, indeed, for as we all know, is the capricious person whose capriciosity is never...
I arranged for Stan and Gloria to get together. I should have known better. It's like when they were young. Whenever Gloria took one of Dorothy's old toys, Dorothy would get interested again and want it back. I can still hear her yelling, "Gloria took my stick! Gloria took my stick!"
Boy, we come from a poor family.
Miles, what are you doing here?
Well, not that it matters, but I was on my way to the Theater of the Living. I thought I'd pop in and purchase a couple of day-old eclairs, which, incidentally, are for a dinner I'm making you next week. But the better question is, what are you doing here with these dandies yet?
Dandies! Come over quick. Sophia is not here.
I didn't mean it that way.
Are you telling me I shaved my shoulders for nothing?
I used to put the Haley's MO on the bottom. Nothing. Then I put it eye level. The public went nuts. It was walking out of the store. People will bend for aspirins. They won't bend for laxatives.
Isn't that fascinating, Bill?
So, Bill, what's on sale?
Breast pumps,
What else?
Afro Sheen,
Moving on.
Preparation H,
Hot damn.
Mrs. Deadline.
Ooh, Mr. Gordon.
Oh, all right. I admit it, I do have a little crush. But his kiss just took me by surprise. You know, at first I didn't think he was going to...
Blanche, I have to talk to you.
Found in certain trees and plants. Rose.
What is juicy fruit?
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Charlie, you rang in.
I didn't mean to buzz. I was just scratching myself.
going to be a very costly...
Tedros. Ooh, baby.
Fine, you're not interested.
Of course I'm interested. See what I have on my feet?
Your regular old shoes.
And do you know why? Because old lady shoes are me. Like it or not, they're a part of my life. So you use Blanche for your own depraved pleasures, and then betray her by casting her aside like yesterday's garbage, are you?
Certainly not.
You sure? Because it would really help me out.
Oh, so men love my cupcakes.
Get a clue, Dorothy. Men would rather pay for cupcakes.
Let me tell you something, you Swedish meatball. Wait a minute. You're actually talking about cupcakes, aren't you?
Strong. Strong, like me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went through heart surgery too, didn't you, Sophia?
No, I take nitroglycerin because I want to explode.
Here you are. When you weren't at home, I figured something was wrong.
Oh. Yes, I am. You own 7 hardware stores?
Yep, I do.
So,